Happy Flagupta Day.
His fine 40th.
Well, well, well. Nick Gupta's turning 40. I'm glad it's...
Nikhil's turning 40. Where did the time go, Bridge?
It's went by fast.
It went by fast.
Birthday, Papa.
Happy birthday, old man. It's your...
Happy birthday, Goop Swoop. Happy 40th.
Hey, happy birthday, friend.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, we love you. Hello, Nick, aka Beardy. Happy birthday.
Sneak attack! Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy 40th, Nick. Love you, man.
So happy birthday, my friend.
Hey, Nick. Happy birthday. Happy big birthday, I should say.
Well, and we wish you a very happy 40th birthday.
Yeah, and to at least 40 or 50 or 60 more. So.
Happy birthday, Nick Gupta, with a one flourish. Welcome to the 40-year club.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Papa?
On the swing.
This week?
We're telling stories.
Yeah.
Pippa, what's your favorite thing about Papa?
And I'd say probably my favorite thing about Nick is just, I mean, you meet the guy and you know how genuine he is just by being around him, even for just a few seconds.
Like about you. You're one of the most sincere, genuine people I've ever met. Any question, anytime, no matter what you're doing, you always had a great answer. Quality thought, true friendship there. And,
Nick is probably one of, if not the most easy person to be friends with. I think he's so good at making friends. He's so friendly. He puts you at ease all the time. Just a pleasure to talk to. Never an awkward moment.
Together. I always enjoyed talking to you. I feel that you're a thoughtful person and very easy to talk to.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
yeah, it's just something really hard to find, I think, in today's world. So that's
Yeah. Having conversations with you always felt really genuine, and
Is how easy you are to talk to and how funny you are. Obviously, that's good for me, being married to you and being quarantined with you for 3 months now? But also back when we could socialize and we would go to parties or meet new people, it's always so fun having you around. You always make people feel comfortable and you're good at talking to them. It makes it more fun and easier, and I always know that if I bring you out to meet my friends, they're gonna love you, and it's just nice being married to you.
And when we try to think of a favorite thing about you, it'd have to be your heart. I mean, it's always been a thoughtful, giving, kind heart, good times, bad times. And now that we see you with your own family, that heart has so much love to give, and you do it so well. So
we're glad that you're our friend, and we're glad that you're in our life. You've always been a very good friend, and you're a great listener, and you're great to hang out with, and you've always been very loyal.
Out to people. And, Nick is a light that's on fire. And I thought, I just adore this person because Nick is great. Always has something to say. Always has something interesting or funny to talk about.
How you asked me the one question about what dorm I live in when we first got to know each other. And I made a conscious choice that I was going to be your friend. And that has made all the difference. So
I like Nick because he's intelligent and kind and patient. And he has managed to, despite the various personalities that we have in our family, he's managed to find a place for himself and to connect with each and every one of us. And so that's no small task. And so I appreciate that. Most of all, I like Nick because he loves Courtney. And he makes Courtney happy. And, what more can a mom ask for?
You're very smart. You're very inquisitive. You're very passionate about what you do. You're a very compassionate person, and you are very dependable. It's been really neat having you be a part of our family, and more importantly to me, it's been neat watching your family grow and be a part of that.
And talking to Nick is really makes you feel better about whatever it is. It makes you feel like you're okay, and it's a really good skill of his, and something I miss now that we don't live near each other anymore. One final thing, another thing I like about Nick is when he gets exasperated. It is very funny. Sometimes he plays it for humor, sometimes not, but it is hilarious when Nick gets exasperated, and I miss that too. So, thanks, Nick.
Hey, Nick. We know it's about to be your birthday, and so we want to tell you that we care so much about you that we got this to happen just for you. Because that's how much we love you.
You're a royal.
You are a king, and you will always be royalty, even if you're old.
You know, anybody who can survive living with two of my sisters must be a pretty strong dude. And that must have been what got you to 40.
I remember every time you would raise your hand just thinking to myself, if I could be an ounce of that brilliant someday, I can't even imagine what that would feel like as a superpower. But then I realized that you were also ridiculously funny. And I remember being at a screening of Ulysses, and we're the only two people that were laughing. And for me, at that moment, I knew we would be friends forever. Also, without you, I wouldn't have survived my own PhD because you gave me the tagline that helped me through everything, which was fucking Newkirk. That has endured me beyond you'll never know.
One of the best things about you is that you read my book, which was cool. Also, that you're always a supportive friend.
But as far as friendship goes, I also recall I moved to Philadelphia a few years ago, and things didn't go according to plan. And you were just so wonderful through that whole experience. I feel like everybody wanted to hear these stories of Rocky Balboa duking it out in Philly, and you just wanted to be my friend. You called me every day for like 3 weeks. You offered to come to Philly and just have lunch together, and you were just the true epitome of a friend. So I'll leave it to Hermione Granger quote from Harry Potter, where she said something that I thought summed you up pretty well. Books and cleverness, but there's something more important things in life, like friendship and bravery.
If I had to pick something I appreciate about you, it's your skill for accents. Everything from Arnold Schwarzenegger to talking about the bourgeoisie of James Joyce.
Now, I vividly remember meeting Nick out in London when we were studying abroad. I can't remember if it was the first time I met him, though, when I came into a flat, I think, where one of my other friends was hanging out, and he was cooking a steak, and I just heard about this amazing Arnold Schwarzenegger impression and just asked if he could do it for me. And basically, he launched into it talking about his steak. Says, "Come on, you got to sizzle. You must be done. You have got 20 minutes. You got to get out of there." Or something like that. Just laughed my butt off, and did pretty much every time I was with Nick.
And maybe I'll close with everybody's favorite Nick phrase, which is, get down, we have to get to the chopper. All right, happy 40.
Yeah. What's your favorite memory with Papa?
Watering the flowers.
What?
Let's see. It was a hot summer day in June. The year was 1980. Scene was Buffalo. There was a cool breeze blowing off Lake Erie.
And that's June 14th, 1980. That was a special day, and a day we'll never forget. It was filled with so much joy and happiness for us, and we'd never be the same again. And it wasn't until I think we dropped him off at Notre Dame that we really realized just how much impact that had on us, because it was a very long and silent ride home.
No pit stops, no food,
no arguing. That's big.
No,
and
and sunglasses on so that we don't see our eyes.
So we realized that just how much that love had changed our lives forever.
Wait. I don't know that story. but I know this next one very well. It was 2009. Spring was in the air. In the Fenway area of Boston. You pull up to a familiar spot at the bar at Burton's Grill and order your usual gluten-free cheeseburger and a Diet Coke. Then it happened. You asked me out. And who knew that a night out of drinks would have turned into all it has? Let's see. Quick few bullet points. Helping me move on the hottest day ever, starting Tequila Tuesday, Eastern Standard trips, Golden Temple dance parties, copious amounts of Ric Flair shots, talking through the plan to get Courtney to fall in love with you. A wild weekend with a broken finger in Myrtle Beach, and the list goes on and on.
The day after we went to Fenway, and that guy threw $12 on the table, and we sat in the grad school lounge, and we just like slowly remembered everything that had happened the night before. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard as I did that night. And also the night we I think we got second place in trivia. I think it was the Martha Washington night. That one made me laugh.
Also, my favorite memory of you is using Karen's body to shield yourself from the goblins.
One of my favorite memories about you is when you and Annie and I went walking the summer that we were all working at the same place, and we would brainstorm the strange place and the plot of the fictionalized version of our office. Sometimes I still laugh when I think about the crazy stuff we thought about for what people would do.
I think I'll never forget all the nights we played board games together, and what a formidable resistance enemy you were. Really could never figure out which side you were on.
Great memories. And
Some of our favorite times are pre-kids, when we used to have game nights together and play Settlers of Catan, and we really had a fun time that when we watched 6 Star Wars movies over 2 weekends. We've also been grateful to go on this parenting journey with you, starting on the exact same day. So we've made a lot of fun parenting memories with you as well.
And favorite memory of you? Being part of your wedding. Getting to know all your friends, kind of different backgrounds from your life, meeting your parents, your family. Definitely an awesome experience to share with you.
One of my favorite memories of Nick really highlights that he's such a good friend. I remember going to his bachelor party, and I didn't know any of the other guys that were going to go to Myrtle Beach. But once I got there, I could just tell that, of course, Nick would bring together this great group of friendly, easy to get along with guys and real class act gentlemen. And I just thought I remember it really clicking for me. Like, of course, these would be Nick's friends. Like, look how great of a guy he is, and look how he's put together a group of friends that are there to support him and celebrate his entry into marriage.
I could sit here and tell a billion amazing stories about Nick Gupta, but I'll keep it to just a couple, starting with the day that we met. We were helping Andy and Dale move in with a stranger at that wonderful apartment in Cleveland Circle. You showed up with a Notre Dame shirt on, and I just relentlessly made fun of you and told Andy and Dale I wouldn't help move unless you removed that shirt. And you were so nice, and you offered to turn it inside out while we moved, which I thought was just quite sweet of you. We spent the next several hours sweating our faces off on that glorious 100-degree day in Boston, carrying couches. And we've been close ever since. Fantastic. I obviously had a wonderful time being a part of your wedding. That fantastic bachelor party weekend in Myrtle Beach was a one to remember. But I also recall a night we did a fake bachelor party where at each bar we would pretend it was someone else's bachelor party, and people would buy us drinks and fuss over us, and it was great. And then poor Andy It was Andy's turn when we got to that divey bar, and there was no crowd fussing over him. Just that one old man at the end of the bar who was like, "You're getting married? Horrible idea. I've been divorced 4 times." That was a wonderful night. I'll never forget.
Probably one of my favorite stories of Nick that we can't go over enough is when he volunteered, I believe, to help out after graduation with the Alumni Association and thought he was going to get a whole bunch of swag from Adidas and ended up getting all of these high build visors, which sadly I do not have anymore. I dug and I can't, I'm probably find it after we finish this video and stuff, but miss being around him, miss him being here. It was so much fun being in Myrtle Beach, catching up and everything. Also miss just kind of just being across the street over in Castle Point, hearing stories about the air bed losing air, and just imagining Nick being in the middle of it with the bed around him is just a really funny mental image. Just really funny guy.
One of my best sets of memories about Nick is that he was there for me in a time that was pretty hard, and he was there for me in a way that just exactly what I needed, because he's such a good friend and such a good listener and such a good person to talk to. That last year of my doctoral program at Boston College was a slog, and Nick and I had offices in the same little corridor, but mostly it was that we were always there at the same time. And so I would always take my breaks over there and go chat about True Detective, or come to him and complain about the latest meeting I had. Or
So it's with that I say, a good friend knows all of your best stories, but a best friend has lived them with you. I had a really hard time figuring out how I should toast you for your 40th birthday. Should it be a shot of tequila? Should it just be a bottle of tequila with a straw in it? A Dos Equis, maybe? I think I have just the answer, though. I don't always drink gluten-free beer, but when I do, my friend, it's in honor of you.
It's your 40th. I wish we were all together, drinking a gluten-free, tasteless beverage, adult beverage.
So happy birthday again, and better luck next year, I guess.
A toast to you. Happy 40th. I love you. I miss you. Happy birthday.
Mm. 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 Is this gazpacho hand blended?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Leo, I see ketchup, but I don't see hot sauce. Do you have any hot sauce?
I'll get it. And don't call me Leo.
But in Michigan, you said to call you Leo.
That was Michigan. Here, call me Dr. Kesselman, please.